Things in more than 20 minutes, right?
Why do I have a diary? It auto corrected to diary. Ah, I love it when this thing doesn't work. So, welcome to the 7 o'clock talk, and I'm going to have to correct the video. We have a sick one with us here, and we are going to discuss diarrhea and what is cause for concern and what's not. So, if you have diarrhea and you continually have diarrhea, that's a cause for concern because you can dehydrate. But what are the causes for concern in the medical field for diarrhea?
Well, if there's blood in the stool, if it's been going on greater than 24 hours, it's dehydration. If it's been greater than weeks, then it's C. diff. Is it infectious?
So there are several things that you have to watch out for. And so once you kind of eliminate several of those things, if you're not dehydrating, your MD will check you out for having issues with infections. That's when you can come and see us, and we can start to dig down into, do you have problems with a bug, a parasite, or something of that in your GI? We do the GI map, and that will look for these things. A lot of people will have a endolamics nana infection. If your firmicutes gets higher than your bacteroides, and these are parts of your gut, if these things are flip flopped, then that also makes you more susceptible to diarrhea. And that chronic diarrhea that she talks about, you got to make sure that there's not something that is medically significant. But if all of that's been ruled out and we're not dealing with irritable bowel disease or something of that nature, then absolutely we are the place to go, because once you start to do that, we can look at those things like the firmicutes, like the bacteroides. We can look at getting into your system and setting you up to eat and giving you nutrition and fibers and things of that nature and pre and probiotics so that you can correct your gut. And that way, you don't continue to have diarrhea. But big things to watch out for is if there's blood in the stool, you've absolutely got to take care of that and make sure that you don't have an issue. And tarry stools. But there's a lot of people who walk around in the day to day that have diarrhea, and maybe they were in Mexico a year or two ago and certain things trigger it. What happens, if you have acute diarrhea, and that's something that you ate something bad or you ate a bunch of fat or something of that nature, and then you have diarrhea and it goes away in a day or so, then you can absolutely take that and get rid of it. It should self resolve within 24 hours. But if it doesn't resolve or if it keeps recurring, then there's something in there that you have to pay attention to, and there's something in there that you have to take care of. Other things that can cause diarrhea are food sensitivities. If you get a hold of tainted water, there's a lot of times that we have boil water things around here. And if you don't boil the water, you can drink something that will cause an issue inside the gut. But other than that, those are the things to look at and to be aware of. And if you can take care of those things, great. If you can't take care of those things, living with diarrhea does not have to be something that you have to deal with. We see it all the time. We take care of it all the time. And we'd love to help you if that's something that needs to be done. With that being said, is there anything you want to add to it?
Mm-mm.
She's not doing well. We're going to get her on the mend. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you next time on the 7 o'clock talk.